Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to do some folding of tea towels and pillowcases. Later, because at the moment we're snuggling and petting the cat, Miss Pookie. Isn't she a cutie? Hey, here we are, ready to fold. And we've got the cat on the bed. What more magic could you want? I have some that are in a mess and then some that are nice and half folded. So we'll go through all of it. This obviously shouldn't have been in the pile, but I thought it was one of my gold satin pillowcases. It's a luxury bag that I use for travel when I want to put my washing away. So we'll just keep that aside and move on with what we were going to do. So this is the way that I fold my pillowcases. I do believe that it's the KonMari method, and I do fold some things the same as her, and I will go through the whole pile sheerly because I need to do the folding, and what more could I want than talking to myself with my cat on camera and maybe getting a response from you, the viewer. Today I've had 2 responses both from my friends saying they like my videos, so that's awesome. And big shout out to those 2 friends. Love you, PFFs. So I fold them like this, and then once we do the whole batch, I'll then show you how I put them all together in a IKEA tray thing, and then put it away in my linen closet. Oh, see you later, Pookie. She is a very temperamental cat, and I think most people would say, hey, my cat's like that too. And it's like, well, I think all cats are temperamental, aren't they? But I think that's one thing that we love about them, that they're not terribly dependent on us like all other forms of animals. She's now in the hallway lying, rolling on her back. So I think she's pretty happy. These tea towels I just fold like this. I'll show you also where I put those away. It's all nice and neat, and you can see all my beautifully folded tea towels. Here we have a serviette, and the serviettes that I use are, I think it's nylon or polyester, and it's a synthetic material. And I did some research on this. I used to sell them on my Shopify account, and I was very reasonable, $5 as a serviette, and they are the best. These type of serviettes are the most hygienic, because the way the particles of food can get out of the type of fabric when you wash it. And of course, I have a Samsung AI washing machine, which has about 20 or so different cycles, probably less than 20, but it seems like 20. And the different types of cycles obviously have different temperatures and all that sort of thing. So like you put it on the appropriate cycle, and Bob is your uncle, as we say here in Australia. Bob was actually our Prime Minister. All that time ago. If you love Bob, press like. I'm not going to talk too much about politics because honestly, I don't want to get in any arguments with people. I'm just here to fold laundry. We could call this channel the Chinese Laundry, except we are in Australia. A lot of people complain about the Chinese people that come here in Australia, but I think they're the Chinese people are very polite and nice, and I tell you what, they're a lot better than some other people. Now, I've just folded this wrong. This is a hand towel, and I fold it with the tag in and in threes, and then in threes like this, keeping that tag in. So then when you put it out, it's pretty dirty, probably needs another wash. When you put it out on the hanging thing, it hangs the right way. Now, I will have to state that although this is very surprising that I'm doing this, I'm not actually faking anything, because the whole thing about filming myself is to encourage me to do it, because otherwise it's very hard for me to sit here and keep my mind on the job. And that could be part of my illness. As some of you know, I have a mental illness. And then it could be something that I just learnt as a child. Who knows? We'll never know what was first, the chicken or the egg, because we weren't there to find out. In our world, the egg is the first, because the chicken ends up on the slaughter block. I personally am a vegetarian, so I've had chickens in my backyard before. They're so lovely. They're so personable. They have their little personalities, and they love laying eggs for you. And if they're healthy, man, you got problems if you don't like eggs and you haven't got anyone to give them to. They lay a lot of eggs if they're healthy. I used to feed my chooks on Manatech nutraceuticals. I had so many of them because we were in the multi-level marketing with Manatech, and all the product was supplied because you were making so many dollars and stuff like that. And so we had so much of the product, we actually gave it to the chooks, and the chooks would do like emu eggs. And like when you give them to people, they'd be like, but this doesn't fit in the box. And it was wonderful. And the yolk was so lovely and yellow. I would love to have chooks again, but the house that I live in is not appropriate to have chooks. The backyard is too small and it doesn't have any grass for them. The chooks really like picking through the grass so they can eat the small bugs. So far, we've been doing a lot of tea towels. I use a fresh tea towel every time we do the dishes, or 2 or 3. And then anytime I wash my hands, I put out a fresh tea towel and then change it once a day. So now we are back to the lovely in half folded pillowcases. Why they look in this organized manner is because when I put them out on the line, I fold them perfectly in half, and if they're on the outside line, I peg them perfectly in half. If they're on the inside lines, which they usually are, I don't peg them. But the reason why I fold them perfectly in half is because then you can just like pull them off flat and lay them down on something. I use the top of one of my packing boxes for my stock boxes for Depop, and I just lay them flat, just pick them off, lay them flat, and it's easy. And then they're already half done for this wonderful folding process, and you don't have to iron them. That's when I got bought up, you ironed all of your pillowcases, and man, I'm not going through that process. That's a bit excessive for me, but I do like how ironed pillowcases look. So I definitely like to keep up the nice folding. If you do fold them in this 3-fold at the end, they do stay nice and flat. I've got heaps of different quilts because I used to go shopping at Designer Direct. I love you, lady. I don't know if you if she ever watches this video and I get to put a big shout out to her. Thank you so much for all the things that you did for me in that shop. I got the best bargains and the best homewares. It was fantastic. And I love shopping, and I try not to be too material, but I try not to be a hoarder, but I've got a lot of stuff, and I kind of like that really jumbled look that some sort of mystical things that I've seen in the past have achieved, that has influenced me to have that almost psychedelic features to my environment. Although I don't do any psychedelic drugs or anything like that anymore, I used to as a youth. Gave that up a long time ago. Sort of don't see the point in it anymore. I hallucinate enough when I sleep, and that keeps me happy. So we're on the last pillowcase. I better say something significant like good night, God bless. And here's the next part of the video. later that same night. Hi, back again. So I don't know why I had to announce myself, sort of like the next part 2 without being a split video. So we're up to the putting away stage 1. So these are my pillowcases. This is the patterned lot and this is the plain lot. They're very messy at the moment. We're going to tidy them up and then we're going to put the ones that we freshly folded away. So there'll be more chatter and fun, so stay tuned. First, we'll do the plain lot. I'll just pick out some that are a bit messy, refold them. See, as you can see, they stay, even though this one was messy on top, it stays pretty wrinkle-free, which is the advantage of folding this way. And also it takes up heaps less space, and I find, this is just me personally, I find that it is very easy to pick out the ones you want. You just pull out the lovely IKEA boxes and go through and find your colours. I try and pick out different ones every time I get my bed made. So the idea, see, some of mine have like a frill around the edge, so they are a bit wider, and I haven't put them in all like facing the same way, surely because that, as I said, they are all a bit different. So some of them are a little bit larger and some of them are smaller. This one obviously was very badly put in. I've had people besides myself put these away, so that's why it's in looking such a bad way. What is this? I hate to point out, but like home help sometimes ends up being more trouble than it's worth. I have gone through having home help for several years, and great, started really well, and my cleaner was really great. She used to do the whole house in an hour and a half every week and didn't charge too much. Then she left, fair enough, good luck to her, and I had to get new help. They were taking 15 to 20 hours to do her job, just that's in 1 week. So I can't keep that up, and it's irritating as well. I don't want someone here for 15 to 20 hours. I've got better things to do than stand around and watch someone clean the house at a snail's pace. So I thought I would try and get myself into gear. And clean my house myself, and I think I've made a better decision as well, because I know I can make a house look fantastic. So that's my challenge, and I hope you will see the results on here on YouTube. Now, I've just come across something. My mum made all of these beautiful lavender bags. We sold them at a local market once, and we like to keep them in with our laundry, well, our linen, and keeps the moths away, and it makes your linen smell beautiful. And I grow lavender, and I sew as well, so I guess I'll be making some of these lavender bags in the future and probably selling them on Depop. That's something I haven't seen so anyone do yet. And if you do it, I'm going to be after you, because that's the kind of person I am. I don't share. I'm after number one. Now, that's something you may not know. I'm a very sarcastic person. So I hope you enjoy a bit of sarcasm, because that is my language. Now, I have put them all pretty. So it's time to put the ones in, not, as I said, this is the plains. We've got satin and cotton and microfiber and bamboo. I love satin pillowcases for looking after my hair. And then I like layering it up with the cotton and the patterns and that sort of thing. As you can see, I like a lot of pillows on my bed. This is my bed. I spend a lot of time in my bedroom. It's my hangout. I've got a really sore back from a motorcycle accident that I had, and also from carrying a lot of weight. And it's easy on my back sitting on my bed. So this and who doesn't like sitting on the bed and napping all the time as an adult, man? As a kid, no way, didn't want to do that, but you know, wanted to go. But as an adult, oh man, just give me the bed all the time. Love snacking in the bed and reading the books and the magazines, and oh, life is perfect. You can see why I'm single is I just am so selfish. Now, I have got a lot of patterns. I don't know what this one is. Oh, that's my Christmas one. See the Christmas one? It's very pretty. I have got a lot of quilt sets. As I said earlier, I got them from the wonderful designer direct that we had in Adelaide. I think she still has one store open, but I don't think she's there herself, the lady that owns it, and I don't know whether she still owns it even, so couldn't tell you that. But back in the day when she used to do the ads on TV and stuff like that, man, she just had the best bargains. And my friend and I used to go there and spend hundreds of dollars. It's my dumb tablet. It's new, so I haven't adjusted all the settings yet, and it's still giving me updates that I perhaps don't want to hear. When I first got it, I couldn't figure out how to change the time. Man, you'd think, oh, it's under clock. No, it's not under clock. I think I might have found it under appearances, date and time, or something like that, under settings. And man, like, it's, all I can say is the people that make computers, they're not the brainiest ones of us all. They certainly don't read books about I wonder whether they've read Hollywood Husbands. Thumbs up in the chat if you've read Hollywood Husbands and Hollywood Wives. Man, when I think like I read that as like a teenager, and I had when I was very young, I used to read a lot of Mills and Boons and that sort of thing. So I read that, and I loved all the like naughty stories of people and stuff like that. I really got into it, and like it's actually a genre I've written myself. I did write some very lewd magazines for a time, and I did write a blog that was centered around my adoration for this particular guy that was in my life at that time. And it explored sexuality and that sort of thing. So those were interesting times. Now, we've folded everything. We've got both of them nice and full, looking cute. We've got a hanky. Have a look at this. I discovered some of these the other day. This is a hanky from when I was a kid, and I'm 50 years old. So this is like a 50-year-old hanky. And why do I still have these things? Because I've been single for so long, and I've owned houses for a long time. Never had to move, and got to collect and collect and collect, and now I get to sell it all for lots of profit. That's my whole agenda, is profit. Nothing else. Don't want to educate anyone? Of course not. That wouldn't be an option for me. So we have a lot of backstock in this cupboard. We've got shampoo and conditioner and body wash and lavender spray here, softeners and toilet gel and things like that. I keep all of those things in my linen closet. Some extra wipes. Always need the wipes. So I keep them on top of each other. They came in a pack together. They came in a pack with slightly smaller ones, and you had to buy them individually in packs with the smaller ones. So I thought they were a good bargain. From IKEA, everything is a good bargain. This is the extremely pleasing way that being a little bit organised in your linen closet looks. Stay tuned for more. Bye.